news is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. It was her second edition on Sunday, June 1, 2025, and it was beautiful on many fronts. Suzanne Ophelia's Life After 40 event held on Virgin Gorda.
Quite a journey and quite a ride. You would think you did it before and it would be easy. It has been a journey, and we're in part 2, believe it or not.
The event pulled women and men over 40 and those curious of peeking into the future, gathering information that will be vital when they get there, those under 40. It was an evening loaded with information that inspired, promoted healing, provided answers to many questions, dealt with myths and facts, and so much more. From Portia Harrigan getting all poetic.
Your teeth my youth, your teeth my joy. Your teeth my hope, and your teeth my boy. Your teeth all the hair off my head, but not the hair on my chin. Teeth in happiness, but not depression. But no worries, you had your way, and now I am gonna have mine. Cause you see, greedy bitch, hogs get slaughtered. You've been working on me for over 15 years. 15 long, harrowing years.
And even inspirational with a story that changed her life.
So I did this, I did that, and I kept doing that and realized that I could not see in my left eye. To cut a long story short, I'd had a stroke, which I didn't find out until the Monday, because me being the Miss Dramatic and thinking that I'm Superwoman, I went to work. I went to work on Friday, I went to work on Saturday, I went to work on Sunday, working with one eye. And thinking, oh, it's just a little something. And it wasn't until Monday that I got to the doctor, took my pressure, 227 over 127, and said, you had a stroke.
Dr. Michael Turnbull, the clinical psychologist, sharing moments of him needing a therapist.
At 40 years old, I had to restart therapy, even as a psychologist. At 40 years old, I realized that life is really precious and I was not ready to die. At 40 years old, I understand that anxiety, depression, and life comes at you fast. Because all I was doing was going to town to pick up my friend who was going through a difficult time, so he had to feel the pain. But right at 40, my life almost ended. Every day, sometimes when I take a shower, sometimes when I go to the beach, I have flashbacks of being under the water and trapped. What life after 40 teaches you, that all of you here have gone through some type of trauma, some kind of hurt, something that triggers your anxiety and depression. But it doesn't have to make you. You could use it to propel you to be excellent after 40.
And for the second time around, Dr. Kedrick Pickering telling the facts plain and straight to both men and women.
Somewhere between the ages of 45 and 55, your body then undergo another set of changes. Follow me carefully, because this is extremely important for you to understand. Somewhere between 45 and 50, maybe some people a little earlier, some people a little later, but somewhere in that range, the majority of women start undergoing some changes that are foreign to you. Hear me this. Hear me this. There is absolutely nothing abnormal about menopause. It is a natural, normal phenomenon. You have no choice if you're going to live into your 50s and beyond to go through menopause, because it's the same hormones that started acting against you somewhere between 9 and 14 there, and your body want to go those changes, it is the said same hormones that are now changing on you, and your body starts decrease production of those hormones. And this is mature stuff. Listen carefully to this, especially the men. Pay attention. When a man is 19 years old, he gets an erection like so. By the time he gets to midlife, around 50, it's like so. And then beyond that, as he gets older, it's like so. But it's still an erection. The difference is that a man who has a secure relationship doesn't have to be concerned about performance. Because as you get older, true sex and the meaning of sex and your sexual health is intimately tied to your spiritual health, your emotional, psychological, and mental health. There is nothing in this life more beautiful than an orgasm. But having good sex means with the right person, not a physical, affair. It is a relationship that takes into consideration the total man. And once you have that level of a relationship, performance is totally irrelevant.
And capping it off, the sisters of the sister territory, U.S. Virgin Islands, coming home with a beauty element, a big thing for women to do and for men to admire.
So the goal of the brand is really to pay homage to our family. Our family is, again, the Thomas says from Tatola Asman Thomas, who drowned on the waterfront in St. Thomas, a fisherman, was my grandfather. Zelma Thomas, my grandmother. Caesar Thomas, great-great-grandfather. But Letitia Penn, she will be able to tell us who our family is, and I really don't know who all them people is. But again, is to pay homage to our hometown, again, also the British Virgin Islands, because that's where we actually came from, even though we live in St. Thomas Virgin Islands.
Now, we will be sharing more of what each speaker spoke on in subsequent posts. With this JTV News Update, Kathy Richards.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Large and small corporations in the BVI can't be wrong. Bovi HR, a BVI-based integrated solution of employee timesheets, leave tracking, scheduling, employment letters, HR processes, pay slips, and tax reports, including NHI, Social Security, and Inland Revenue, will make your management of employees easier. While Bovi HR can cater to the needs of larger enterprises, it also works exceptionally well for small companies. To sign up, visit bovihr.com, that is bovihr.com, or call us at 342-9686.